Only 2.5 years ago, I set out on a mission to try and achieve financial freedom and make over 6 figures per year from my laptop, working wherever I want. And like many of us, I was a construction worker, working 10, 12 hours every single day, and I did not like my life. I really had no fulfillment apart from looking forward to martial arts or going to the gym after work, after a big day in the sun, or whether it was raining on the job site, on the tools. And I knew I was made for more. I knew I wanted more. Not that I was entitled to having more. I just knew that my heart and my purpose desired more in life. So after setting out this mission, 2.5 years later, I've generated over $3.5 million online, and I've generated multiple 6 figures in my own personal income. Okay, so after generating $3.5 million in the past 2 years, today we're going to be going over what is the best business model to start in 2025, and more specifically for you watching right now, what is going to be the best business model that you can pursue and make the most amount of money with, okay? So we have a few different things here. So obviously I've generated over $3.5 million online, and I've tried multiple business models in the past 2.5 years alone. Now this is inclusive of content creation. I've done affiliate marketing, which is coupled into content creation itself. I've done dropshipping. I've ran my own agency in SMMA. And what I do now on a day-to-day basis is digital middleman, which is AKA remote closing. Okay, so I've done all of these business models that you can see here. Let's go through it. So first things first is content creation and affiliate marketing. So for those of you who don't know, which most of you won't, I used to be a full-time content creator after I dropped out of year 12 in high school. As you can see, I have 26,300 subs. I had like 30,000 before my channel died out and I stopped posting videos. As you can see, one of my most popular videos has 3.9 million views here. So nearly 4 million views in one video. Now, content creation and affiliate marketing, the reason this goes hand in hand is because as a content creator, you can get affiliate links and you can promote these links to, or these products to your viewers. Now, I've made shy of like 6 figures through content creation. And I want to chat about, is content creation good? Yes, it can be. You know, you can build great connections. You can make a fair bit of money from affiliate marketing and brand deals, which I've personally done. This video here made me like $40,000 to $50,000 alone in pure profit. However, this is where YouTube can take a turn. So the reason we're watching this video is, what is the best way to get rich? What is the best business model to make us money in 2025? Pure content creation alone, it's not great. Okay, so it took me about 3 to 4 years to get to a point where I could even make a livable amount. Of course, I was in high school. I was about 17 years old when I first blew up on YouTube and got traction. However, with that being said, if you want to make some serious money, content creation isn't the greatest route, because first things first, we have to find out what we want to speak about, make content about. It's not the best because ad revenue doesn't always pay well. So that leads us to doing affiliate marketing and selling products we don't want to sell in the first place. So content creation is good to build a personal brand so people are aware of who you are. But if you're wanting to make money, not the greatest start, okay? Next things up, or next business model up, is dropshipping itself. So yes, I've also done dropshipping. As you can see, this is me filming a Loom video. Did 16K in like 25 days in June of 2023. So nearly 2 years ago now. Here's another screenshot from July. I think this was in July of 2023. I did 23K in a month. I've also had months where I've done like 30, 35K. All up, I've done about 6 figures in dropshipping itself. Is it a good business model? Yes, it is. But is it a business model made to last? Not really. Look, there is so many people doing dropshipping itself, very saturated market. Although you can still win in a competitive and saturated market, the profit margins are so small. You're just wasting so much time. Another thing as well, it's you do need a lot of startup capital to invest into dropshipping, and this is what a lot of people don't actually talk about, is the amount of money required. I think I spent like 10K before I even found a winning product. Can you make money with dropshipping? You can. Is it really worth the time in comparison to the other business models that we're going to chat about today? Not really. Okay. Next up is agency, or social media marketing agency. So I believe this was my business partner at the time. I think this was when we closed our first client for 7.5K, as you can see the screenshot. This business model is legit. However, it's not what it set out to be. by the creators online. In a way, like it's set up in a way where a lot of people fail. People do it the wrong way. People don't learn the right way, and they just run into so many mistakes. And the thing is, with running an agency, you need like 10 different high value skill sets in order to be successful in the agency space. I mean, you're competing with people who know how to sell, they know how to market. It's just a very, very hard business model for that reason, because you need years, multiple years worth of skills accumulated to have a successful agency. So when you're up against people who have got 10 years worth of skills, very, very difficult, very difficult. You can even run into problems where clients don't pay you. I've personally been through that. But yes, I've done this myself, and it works just like everything else that we're talking about today. Every business model you try works, but in comparison to the other business models and the other opportunities you have to make money online, it's not the greatest. Okay. So the last one we have here, and this is what I currently do, is becoming a digital middleman, also known as just doing remote sales or remote closing from wherever you want in the world. As you can see, in comparison to the previous business models I've done, doing remote sales or being a digital middleman, it's allowed me to, as you can see, do Muay Thai in a multi-million-dollar villa over in Thailand. I've been able to take my partner overseas, as you can see, us here overseas. I've had weeks where I've had some crazy weeks, as you can see as well. And, this business model is legit. When I say legit, I don't mean it's not a scam. I mean, it's like this is where the money is. So let me explain. Digital middlemen and remote closers are the ones cashing in behind the scenes. So let's think about your favorite creators. Alex Hormozi, Iman Gaji, if that's how you pronounce his name. They sell you, the creators like Iman or other creators, I can't really think of any right now, but a lot of creators try to sell you, start an agency, do this, start dropshipping. The reality is they're selling you information products. They're selling you programs and courses. So as a digital middleman, we're selling the course for them. That's how this works. So with the digital middleman in between selling their product to the buyer. So I'll explain a bit further, but first things first, there's no marketing, right? So you're not going to be spending 10K like I did with dropshipping, trying to make money. The other thing as well, you don't have to try and make a business successful. You, as a digital middleman, you're going into an already successful and already established business and just selling their product for them. Very, very simple. You don't have to fulfill to clients. So once you sign a client up into the program, you get paid. You never speak to them again. You can and you should, but you don't have to, right? The other great thing is you can make 10 to 50K per month working from wherever you want and when you want in the world. This is one of the most high valued things. Like we all want to be autonomous and have freedom, and this is why we do this. So if that's what you're looking for, perhaps look into becoming a remote closer. Okay, look, I know exactly what you're thinking. How is this even going to work for me? I'm introverted, I'm not extroverted, I can't speak to people. Look, let me explain a little bit further here, right? Whilst most people who are looking up on YouTube or online how to make money online, they come across dropshipping, get into agencies, start affiliate marketing, start being a content creator. And the reality is, the real people behind the scenes cashing in the big money and cashing in the checks is the people doing remote closing, becoming a digital middleman. It's the most lucrative way without spending a bunch of money on marketing, losing money on business models. It's the best way to make an income online in 2025. It's what's gave me the freedom and an autonomy in order to make a video at 3:30 p.m. on a Wednesday. It's what's allowed me to live a life of freedom, stack cash in the bank. It really just is. And like I mentioned, I do work with people one-on-one, and it's not for everybody. Like being a digital middleman, remote closing online, it's not for everyone. So look, I'm happy to have a conversation with you to see if this could be a good fit for you and see if it aligns with what you're looking for specifically. Feel free to go to the description in the link below and book in a call. By all means, you don't have to. Feel free to check out the other videos on my channel, sort of talking more about what remote closing and digital middlemen do on a day-to-day basis. However, like I said before, when we think about some of the top creators in the space, like Alex Hormozi, You know, of course, he has multiple different things he does. He now runs a school. I believe he was selling some sort of digital product in the past. But the people working as a digital middleman selling his products for him, they're the ones cashing the checks. And not only that, you're building great connections, like real life connections with massive entrepreneurs globally. You know, rather than trying to make 100K a year in revenue and drop shipping and make 5% profit margins, become a digital middleman and you'll thank yourself for it. You know, I sort of fell into the trap of this business model. I didn't even really intentionally want to do this. But yeah, here we are 2.5 years later, and I've generated over $3.5 million online in cash collected doing so. So yeah, like I said, feel free to reach out, feel free to book a call in below, and yeah, happy to see if I can help. Talk to you soon.